11, local first.
A Lancaster County-based competition is hoping to ignite the economy and promote social change. I'm John Buffone, and I'll tell you all about it tonight.
Plus, a warning to motorists as PennDOT plans to close 3 bridges in Ephrata and Akron. But we begin tonight with an update regarding the damage done after a fire broke out at Dutch Transport Facility yesterday afternoon. Good evening, I'm Taylor Tosheff. Garden Spot Fire Rescue officials put a price tag on some of the losses from yesterday's fire at Dutch Transport Facility in Earl Township. The $1.2 million industrial building will be rebuilt. The fire also torched two tractor trailers and around $1 million in mechanical equipment. A rear warehouse was salvaged with the exception of certain materials gone from heat and smoke damage. Over 150 firefighters responded to the call, all of which were needed to battle the blaze. Chief Kaiser of Garden Spot Fire Rescue says it started over a routine welding practice.
It was an accident as one of the mechanics was working. He was torching a drive shaft, trying to get a bearing off a drive shaft, heating it up so it would come off. That's normal practice, but I guess sparks and heat got away and got some materials ignited.
We stopped by the site again today where owners were working to figure out the next step. They said they plan on to rebuild soon. A Terry Hill man is behind bars after authorities caught him trying to break into a house. Last month, East Cocalico Township police were called to a home on Smokestown Road. Officers found 25-year-old Kyle Weaver hiding on the property. A brief investigation revealed Weaver walked into another home and got into an unoccupied car. He was visibly intoxicated and apologized for his actions. He is charged with felony criminal trespass and is being held at the Lancaster County Prison on $50,000 bail. Warning to all motorists, starting Monday, long-term work zone signs will be displayed on 3 bridges over Route 222 in Akron and Ephrata, announcing that on Tuesday, May 29th, Pool Road, Peach Road, and East Moeller Church Road Bridge will be closed for repairs. The 3 bridges are the first of 5 bridges over 222 to undergo rehabilitation work. PennDOT advises travelers to allow for additional time and plan for alternative routes. Motorists may also encounter short-term single-lane traffic restrictions between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. on Route 222 near the bridge work from May 29th to November 20th. In the midst of their Like It, Lock It campaign, the Manheim Township Police continue to investigate thefts from vehicles. Most recently, 6 unlocked cars were entered and items stolen out of them overnight from Sunday to Monday in Hamilton Park area. Items stolen totals nearly $500 in losses. Anyone with information on these thefts is asked to contact police. In the meantime, authorities remind everyone to lock your doors at all times. Well, another perfect day filled with sunshine, but did we speak too soon? Carl Kern has our first look at the forecast.
First Look Weather is brought to you by The Wagon at Weaver Markets. Check out weavermarkets.com for this week's menu.
I don't think so, Taylor. I think we have everything just the way we want it right now. I think the conditions that we had today were just about perfect for the time of year, the kind of conditions that we really look forward to before it gets into those 80 and 90 degree temperatures like we experienced last week with the very warm overnights and that extra humidity. And the humidity will come back, and even tomorrow will be a little more humid, but temperatures will be a bit cooler because of the lack of sunshine. Cloud cover will move in, and we could pick up a light rain shower. There could be a storm in the afternoon, but I think with the cloud cover keeping the sunshine away, I don't think that's going to be a big threat. But there will be a return to sunshine and seasonal conditions on Friday. I'll let you know what the Mother's Day weekend has in store. Your forecast on the way, Taylor.
All right, thank you. Well, Lancaster County-based competition is aiming to promote economic growth and social change, and the contest is down to its 10 finalists. For more on this story, we now turn to News 11's John Buffone, who joins us live in the studio with more. John?
Taylor, nonprofit and charity organizations are a huge part of Lancaster County. But in the Great Social Enterprise Competition, organizers are hoping to turn some for-profit businesses into social pillars as well.
I called my mom. I was so excited.
The 10 finalists have been announced in the Great Social Enterprise Competition, a contest aimed at growing communities through business. The competition is coordinated by Assets and the Lancaster County Community Foundation.
We want something that through their operations and through their actual business model, they're creating a positive impact. Through their hiring practices, through the products that they serve or the services that they offer, there's some type of impact.
The finalists consist of already established businesses and ones that are still in the idea phase. The winner will receive $7,500 and pro bono services such as marketing, accounting, and legal support.
Businesses are going to do well in the long term if they care about these things. So if you have a positive impact in the community and the people that you serve in those communities, your business is just going to do well long term as well. So there's a business case for it, but then also you're creating good social and environmental change as well.
One of those finalists is Savannah Thorpe of Lidditz, who is hoping to start a business called the Laundry Ladies, which will provide remote work for stay-at-home mothers.
So my program is an at-home laundry service that women can do from their home, washing, drying, ironing, and whatnot, and turn it around, faster than some of the other laundry services in the city can, so that they can be home with their kids.
Finalists will have their final pitch on September 29th at the Ware Center in Lancaster, where a winner will finally be crowned. But no matter the outcome, everyone appears to be on the same team.
We all want to do good, and so, friends of mine who have participated in the past, even if their idea didn't get picked, they'll jump aboard someone else's project. We all want to solve some of the same problems. Kids aren't safe, people don't have good jobs, and we're all sort of gunning for that end goal of people having good jobs.
Now, some former winners include the Stroopy Company and the Commonweal Bike Shop in Lancaster. However, this is the first year that the competition is open to all of South Central Pennsylvania. Reporting live in studio, I'm John Buffone. Taylor, back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Well, we're just 1 week away from the primary election, and there's a familiar face that all eyes are on for the 11th Congressional District seat. For the second time, incumbent Representative Lloyd Smucker is going up against Mannheim businessman Chet Byler. Political analyst at F&M College, Terry Madonna, expects Smucker to win comfortably, but says nothing would shock him.
I've retreated to a standard saying, this is the weirdest, most unpredictable political environment in most of our lifetime. So you can't rule out anything happening. Anything could happen.
Presuming Smucker wins, Madonna said it would be a tall order for Democrat Jess King to win in the general election due to our new district becoming more red. Well, stay tuned in the evening report. More local news is coming up after the break. A warning to all allergy sufferers as this season's pollen count reaches a record high. Plus, how Eastern Lancaster County Library is getting books into the hands of readers in a quicker way. And later in sports, Brian Cass visits the Cocalico boys track and field team to talk about their Section 2 title win. Allergy sufferers be warned. As of yesterday, Pennsylvania had the highest pollen level count recorded in United States, according to the Weather Channel. As of now, tree pollen is filling the air, but within a few weeks, grass and weed pollen will take over, wreaking havoc on those with seasonal allergies. Pollen.com reported a high pollen count in Lancaster County today, but is expected to drop to medium to high range for the rest of the week. The top allergens in Lancaster County as of now are oak, birch, and maple. U.S. News and World News report unveiled their annual list of best high schools, and 10 Lancaster County schools made the cut. Warwick School District was the highest ranking high school in our area, coming in at 69th in the state and 4th in the country. Cocalico, Mannheim Central, Ephrata, and Conestoga Valley all followed suit. First in Lancaster County is Penn Manor High School. They came in 36th in the state. Number 1 in Pennsylvania, Downingtown STEM Academy. U.S. News compiles a list of the nation's best high schools every year based on college readiness. It examines state reading and mathematics scores, graduation rates and participation, as well as success in advanced placement. Eastern Lancaster County Library is getting books into the hands of young readers in a quicker way. It's called the Book Bike, and you might see it on a roll throughout New Holland. The library wanted to take their books beyond their library walls while promoting reading and physical fitness in a visible way. The $3,000 bike was paid for by an anonymous donor and took about 6 months to make. The bike is usually on display at the front of the library or you can catch it on the go.
We have had nothing but a positive response whenever people see the book bike. It looks exciting. No one has really seen a tricycle with the wheels in the front before, and it gets people excited about seeing the bike. And then when we open it up and show what's inside, which are books for adults, books for kids, and we bring activities on the go, it just makes everybody have a good time.
You can catch the book bike at the St. Stephen's Family Fest May 19th, or check out the library's website for a schedule. Lancaster County residents 55 and older had the chance to relive the glory days or simply try something new at this year's annual Senior Games at Spooky Nook Sports. As our Holly Hare finds, these athletes still got it.
Batter up.
That's it. Good job.
In its 30th year, the Senior Games welcomes over 920 athletes.
That's it. That's it.
To exercise their mind and body, all while showing off some impressive skills.
A lot of our people are very competitive. And a lot are just here to have a good time and, you know, do some fun stuff.
The event draws athletes from local retirement communities, senior centers, and those still living independently.
Up there. Oh.
Betty says the event gets bigger and better each and every year, improving overall health and well-being.
Any kind of socialization and exercise that you can get, exercise in fresh air, you know, that just makes her a healthier person.
8. I'll take a 7.
But there's a special connection for those who once dominated a sport, bringing about a sense of pride and nostalgia.
You'll connect more than you think.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, you're going to do fine.
Football, basketball, and baseball.
And what was your favorite?
Baseball. And that's why I'm here, the home run derby.
Once a participant himself, Bill finds joy in helping others like him recognize their potential.
Makes me feel good if they get up there and can hit the ball.
Athletes as young as 94 step up to the plate, showing the sky is the limit and fun can still be had.
People that have come up here to swing a bat, haven't hit a ball in years, and the people are sitting over in the seats over there cheering them on, and we do the same out in the field. You know, we want to see everybody have fun. That's what it's all about.
Reporting in Mannheim, Holly Hare, News 11.
Looks like fun. Carl Kern will be back after the break with his complete weather forecast, plus that invitation you've been waiting for, how you can get a front row seat to the royal wedding. But first, here's tonight's winning lottery numbers.
News 11 weather with Carl Kern, local first.
Well, I'd like to nominate this second Wednesday of the month of May 2018 as probably the nicest day that we have had all year. And it's relative to the time of year. Temperatures were just perfect for this time of year. The humidity was not an issue. The sun was in and out of the clouds, but we saw a lot more sun than we didn't. And conditions stayed mild through the evening hours. Now, there will be changes for tomorrow. It won't be quite as nice as it was today, but the sun will be back for Friday. And I'm afraid Mother's Day weekend may be a little of both. Maybe some sun and clouds on Saturday, some showers likely on Mother's Day, but not a washout, I would say. But I think we need it's nice to see the grass growing and the trees blooming and the flowers coming up. It still feels like everything is just so, I feel like we're weeks behind on that we should have had this day back in the middle of April, that there should have been a day that we were really satisfied with from beginning to end, that didn't involve having to grab long sleeves or a hat, something to stay warm with. I mean, it took a long time. We haven't had a day like this through most of the year. Now tomorrow, it will be maybe a little cloudier, but not at all a day full of rain. There could be a sprinkle or two mixing in, but overall there's just not a lot of moisture to deal with. The dew points have remained quite low. Even though the humidity, yes, it's coming up now because we're heading into the overnight, we're getting to that time of year where the 52-degree temperature is pretty close to the average overnight low, while we still sit at 66 under partly cloudy skies. And most other locations are within a degree or so, right around the mid-60s. Now, the rest of the country already seeing some very warm summertime conditions return, but not in the Northeast for this week. We're actually going to see temperatures maybe down a degree or two tomorrow just because of the lack of bright sunshine, let's say, without the clouds. But we'll have a mixed sky tomorrow, and then on Friday, sunshine returns, but the weekend will include slightly cooler temperatures, mixed skies, and more likely showers on Sunday rather than Saturday. I think Sunday will be the day we see a better chance of seeing some rain. But this storm here, lifting on up north of the Great Lakes with a trailing front that'll move through rather innocently tomorrow. Late in the day, there'll be perhaps a better chance for a shower, but it really shouldn't be a severe thunderstorm. There's just not going to be a lot of heating of the atmosphere from the sunshine. And then temperatures may just start to step back a bit for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but not dramatically. And we're already pretty nice. We're warmer today, I think, than average. And tomorrow will still be a relatively warm day. And we do see already the leading edge of some showers, but it's not a big the rain is not a huge deal for tomorrow. I think there's a better chance for rain even on Mother's Day, but that again is not going to be all day, and it is not going to wash out the entire weekend. But a thunderstorm threat, not as great as it might have been, say, last week, but that threat of showers is more significant, I think, on Sunday. But again, not all day. And again, just want to point out, it's showery. A cloudy, cooler day on Monday, and then back to 80 degrees pretty quickly there, Taylor, for Tuesday and Wednesday as we start moving into the middle of May, and we'll only be a couple weeks short of that Memorial Day weekend. That's going to come up upon us very quickly here, and we all know that does mean summer, and it's going to start feeling that way again next week, Taylor.
All right, sounds good. Can't wait. Well, this Friday, bicycle enthusiasts will gather for the Slow Ride event in Ephrata. Green Mountain Cycling and Rita's Italian Ice are partnering up for the 2.6-mile ride through town and down the rail trail.
Good idea to come out, bond with your family, meet some other people in the community with similar interests, support a local business, and get sort of people to access the rail trail and just sort of get used to it to use for everyday life. It's a great way for transportation, across town and over the Lidditz.
Afterwards, Rita's is offering 50% off for all riders. A Slow Ride event will be held every second Friday throughout the summer. And Brian is here with sports, talking volleyball.
Taylor, final night of the regular season tonight. Unbelievable to me. Still some playoff spots up for grabs. Garden Spot Spartans could force a three-way tie in Section 2 for that final spot that have to beat E-Town. We've got all the highlights, so stay tuned. Sports is next. Final night of the regular season for LL Boys Volleyball. Still a lot to be determined. In Section 2, we know 2 of the 4 playoff teams, section champ Manheim Central and runner-up Lancaster Mennonite. But there are 2 more spots and 3 teams vying for them: Elizabethtown, Cocalico, and Garden Spot. The Spot and E-Town facing off tonight. A Garden Spot win could force a 3-way tie. Spartans taking care of business early. Game 1, what a dig there from Carter Eby to keep the ball alive, and he rises up and booms it over. They will take the early lead. Spot has a bunch of hitters they can go to. Set up the middle for John Souter. He puts a good swing on it, ties the game at 3. E-Town then takes the lead, so Garden Spot has to claw their way back. Andrew Yang from the outside, cross-court kill. Here they come. Check this out. Davin Martin looks like he's setting, but no, goes over the net and drops. Get pumped. It's 24-23. Spot within a point, and they will claim game 1 thanks to an E-Town error. 26-24. We go to 5 games tonight, and Garden Spot holds on for the 3-2 win. Now, 3-way tie, a lot of math to do. E-Town, Garden Spot, Cocalico, all 6-6. Only 2 can go to the playoffs, and by my calculations and the District 3 power ratings, it could be Garden Spot and Cocalico that are into the LL playoffs, but of course I might be wrong. More volleyball tonight at Manheim Township. Conestoga Valley needs a win to have any hope of a playoff spot from Section 1. Township wins game 1, so in game 2, CV going to their star hitter Carter Lamb from the outside. CV definitely had some moments tonight, but Township controlling the tempo once again. Blue Streaks win game 2 25-12. CV's got to make a comeback, and they do. Game 3, Buckskins blasting balls over Avery Barton, the smash. CV taking the 9-4 lead, and they keep it up. Tanner Schertzer going to play some mind games with the Blue Streak defense. Tricky hit there. Now it's 12-9, and everybody's pitching in for CV. Even freshman Sawyer Schertzer, what a block. Conestoga Valley wins game 3 25-23, but in the end, Township, defending LL champions, win the match 3-1. Let's move on now to some track and field. Visiting with the Cocalico boys squad, they rampaged through Section 2 this season, claiming the Section 2 title for the first time since 2009. It was a total team effort for the Eagles. They do have a few standout talents. Jake Musselman in the sprints, Evan Kreider in the distance events, and Brad Heck has improved mightily under Coach Scott Krall in the throwing events. But for the most part, it was the team's deep roster that carried them through to that unbeaten record this spring.
I think everyone, just the throwers, sprinting, distance, everything coming together. We're strong in every area. Our depth is pretty good, so, we just always work together, score points where we can. That's how we do it. We thought it was possible. I mean, we never really counted ourselves out of any meet.
I think we all work together. You know how track's such an individual sport. We really took it as a team sport this year. After being Ephrata, our whole team and all of us guys were like, let's win the section this year. So every day at practice, we knew that we had to put in the work, and we were going to win the section if we really did give it our all.
For graduating seniors, it's like the best thing that we could ask for. This year's just been so great. A section champ title hasn't been in Cocalico for a little bit now, but just to bring it back feels really good, and just to kind of get a taste of what it's like is really good for all of us.
Next up for the boys, the LL League Championship meet this Friday and Saturday at Hempfield High School. On to LL League Baseball, all the section title races have been determined, which means the playoff bracket now set in stone. It is going to be a quadruple header this Saturday over at Ephrata's War Memorial Field. Top half of the bracket, let's take a look. 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Section 1 champs Cedar Crest will play Section 3 runner-up Cocalico. The Eagles made a huge playoff push towards the end of the season. They should be in districts as well. The nightcap, 7 o'clock, features Section 4 winner Lancaster Catholic against Lampeter Strasburg. And in the bottom half of the bracket, look at this, Manheim Central versus Warwick. They have not played yet this season. That rivalry game gets underway at 4 o'clock. And the hosts get everything started. Section 2 champion Ephrata Mountaineers will play Anvil Cleona at 10 a.m. It is one of the best days of the year if you're a high school baseball fan. But to collegiate baseball now, Millersville Marauders opening up the PSAC tournament as the number 2 seed. This double elimination tournament runs through this weekend. Marauders' first round opponent, Gannon, a team they have not played since 2013, and this game was nuts. Bill led it 7-0, but Gannon comes back, forces extra innings. In the 10th inning, Cole Freese for Millersville socks a walk-off double, and the Marauders survive 10-9 to move on to the next round. They will play the winner of Shippensburg and Mercyhurst tomorrow at 6:30. But for now, that will do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Penn Cinema is offering a front row seat to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's royal wedding. The big day is coming to the big screen starting at 10 a.m. on May 19th. You can watch the live coverage of the grand celebration commercial-free with your family and friends. This marks the first time ever that the royal wedding will be featured in select cinemas. To purchase tickets, visit penncinema.com. Well, that's perfect. A great way to see it, maybe with some popcorn.
Commercial free.
Commercial free.
Maybe some butterbeer and some Quidditch.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. That's Harry Potter, not Prince Harry. Oh, whoops.
Oh, come on. Well, that'll do it for us. I'm Taylor Tosheff.
And I'm Frank Kath. See you tomorrow.